I'm truly starting to think that when we sleep and we have vivid dreams where we're interacting with people from our past, we're actually healing the parts of our life and of our subconscious that are calling to be healed. But because we have laid down boundaries with certain people in our past or in our present, we're not able to fully act out the story or act out the conclusion of the story or make our voice known or heard. And so we'll do it in our dreams. So last night I had a crazy dream that I was vividly, coherently, and cuttingly telling off somebody in my life that is causing a lot of harm to the people that I love. And because of just because of the past and knowing that me talking to them does no good, like that's not going to do actually any good, I know that I can't, because it's just going to be twisted and it's going to be word salad and it's going to be projected back onto me. It's going to be used against me to further like the toxic aims of this person. And so I know for a fact I can't actually speak to them because it does no good. They're like incapable of hearing feedback. They're incapable of working with me to like improve the relationship. They're on a smear campaign. They're just going to continue being toxic and divisive. And so I can't actually have the conversation with them because I'm trying to like protect my own peace and well-being and like protect myself. And also, when you give energy to people like that or situations like that, where you know that there's like literally no end in sight because it's not going to change how they act or behave because they have zero self-awareness, you know that giving energy to the situation or thinking about it or like rehashing it out in your mind, like intellectualizing it or playing it over and over again, really just perpetuates more of it into your life. And so you kind of have to ignore it. But as you do that, your subconscious is like, wait a minute, hold up. I have all of these unrequited like issues and like feelings and, you know, so many feelings. And like sometimes you just need to like chew a motherfucker out. Sometimes you just need to like pop off on a bitch. But when you're trying to protect your health and like you're trying to keep yourself literally safe and you don't want to see any more of it in your reality, and you know that popping off on them is going to do no good because they have zero self-awareness, like they're just in a victim mentality and you are the perpetrator. They're out to make your life miserable because in their delusional reality, you're the perpetrator and the problem and they're the victim. So you coming to them and trying to like work things out is like literally null and void. It's impossible. Like it's a fool's errand because they're committed to misunderstanding you and making you the perpetrator. As a result, though, your subconscious mind is like, yo, hold up, like I need to pop a bitch here to be able to move on. Like I can't just ignore that this person is doing me dirty over and over again and creating a reality that sucks. Like we need to work through the damage and the pain and the harm that this person perpetuated. So last night I had a dream that I was literally popping off on this person so coherently. Like often when you're dreaming, you're like in this weird state of like being in between sleep and wakefulness, and sometimes the things that you say are going to sound ridiculous and they're not going to make sense. That was not the case in this situation. I was completely and utterly making absolute sense. Everything I was saying was so coherent and it needed to be said. And I woke up, my heart was beating because in the dream this person was just taking it. They were just taking what I had to say and listening and shutting the fuck up so that I could tell them exactly how I felt and exactly the damage and harm that they were doing to the people that don't deserve to be harmed in all this, the innocents and all this. And I could see their true colors in my dream. Like at the end of the day, these toxic people that are victims, that's exactly what they are. They're just victims. Victims to their own lives, victims to everyone else. They have no strength. They may puff up their egos and act like they have strength, but they don't. They're weak. And that's why they go around doing the tactics that they do, the underhanded, passive-aggressive, two-faced, actions because they don't actually have the courage or the strength to stand on business, change their own lives, step out of victim mentality and change their lives. And so they are looking at everyone else as the perpetrator. They're victimizing other people because they're perpetual victims. But in their heart of hearts, like who they essentially are, they are cowards. They are weak. And in my dream, this person was weak. They were just taking it. They were listening, sucking it up, and letting me pop off. It was what my subconscious needed to move forward and like release the pain and the aggravation of dealing with a toxic person in my 3D.